Hello, folks. Welcome back to Rick Tick TV, and today I've got a new segment for you called Wrestle Reviews. I'm a huge fan of wrestling, always gonna be, and give you some tips and reviews of the latest pay-per-view, Summerslam. Let's start it off. Let me check my notes. On the pre-show, it was American Alpha, the Usos, Zack Ryder, and Mojo Rawley versus the Ascension, the Vaudevillains, and Breezango. The face team one of American Alpha and Friends. Pretty much just typical boring match to put the faces over on the pre-show. It's just filler. It sucks because some of those guys are really good. Sami Zayn and Neville defeat the Dudley Boys. Yeah, the faces win. They needed something to do because they didn't have any storylines this month, which sucks because they're all really good, or at least the face team was Neville and Zayn. The Dudley Boys are probably going to break up soon. I haven't seen Raw this week yet. I've been busy with Christine. But yeah, they're from last night. Like, it was the second time this week that Bubba Ray clotheslined Devon Dudley. So it's coming. I can feel it in my balls. The final match of the pre-show was the first match of the Best of 7 series, with Sheamus actually going over Cesaro, which was a solid match. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. Hopefully, though, they add something to make this seem like an important event. Like, this isn't for shits and giggles. Like, give the winner a title shot. There you go. Pretty good reason to do stuff then. Give them a reason to want to win, other than to beat their opponent. Okay, at the start of the show at 6 o'clock, Central Standard Time, the team of Kevin Owens and Jericho, nicknamed Jericho, or Jericho, defeated Enzo and Cass. They had a pretty solid build-up. I mean, Enzo and Cass always providing a solid promo everywhere they go. Yeah, decent match. With Enzo and Cass losing, I see this feud continuing for at least one more month. So, that's good. I look forward to that. Let me check my notes. After that was the Women's Championship match. Charlotte went over, beat Sasha Banks. I was quite surprised. I mean, it was an excellent match. I mean, just an excellent match. Especially, just like, they're just doing moves all over the place. But I was confused because Sasha just won the fucking belt like 3 weeks ago. Why drop it right away? She won in the first place because Charlotte asked for time off. She was like, oh, I'm going to take a few weeks off, go spend time with my dad, or whatever she wanted to do. And I understand that. Nothing wrong with that. But then she just wins it right back. The rumor mill has it that Sasha failed a wellness policy test, and she's being suspended for 30 days because her schedule has been cleared. Like, she is not being advertised for anymore. She's been pulled from all the live events between now and September 23rd, I believe, was the date I had read. I'd have to double check back on that. Either way, I see another match coming up pretty soon with them. It's going to be good. Intercontinental Championship match. The Miz defeated Apollo Crews. I mean, they didn't spend any time building this match up, which was sad. Because I like The Miz. He's a good wrestler. He just gets better with each year. Pretty short match, just Miz went over. The thing that sucks about this match was, like, there was going to be no clear, like, good winner. Because if The Miz wins, you've pretty much buried Apollo Creed. Or not Apollo Creed, God damn it, I'm sorry. That's what The Miz has been calling him. Apollo Crews. You pretty much buried him. Because he's got nothing good since he started. But if Apollo Crews goes over, the title looks less prestigious because the longer someone holds it, the better. So, The Miz has only held it for 3 months. It's just not bad. Pretty decent reign so far. But I mean, it was going to be a hard one either way. I think that this feud's going to be done because it just didn't work. So, have Miz go on, have him hold it for a while, I think. Another 3 months, maybe 4. Have him have a solid reign with this belt. It would be beautiful to do that. AJ Styles versus John Cena. Oh, just a great, great match. It was wonderful to watch. Best match of the night, easy. AJ Styles won, which was good because Cena's done everything already. He doesn't need to prove anything anymore. But for years, he's been burying guys, which sucks because he doesn't need to. And I'm very glad that he let AJ go over because now AJ can move on to maybe like a world title shot, which is what he deserves with how good he is. But what was a little confusing was at the end of the match, though, after AJ's left, Cena's just sitting in the ring, took off his Never Give Up band, and just set it on the ground and left. I don't know where that's heading. I hope it's something good. Maybe that fabled John Cena heel turn that everyone's been begging for the last 10 years. Again, let's just hope and pray. Up next is the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Gallows and Anderson defeated the New Day via DQ, so no title change. I mean, I get it, they have to have celebrities and shit there, but I don't like Jon Stewart getting involved in matches. He did it last year, SummerSlam, and cost John Cena the title. It's just not working for me. But I understand why they did it. It gave Big E an excuse to come out and help take over. It worked. I don't like it. Deal with it. After that, WWE title match. Ambrose defeated Ziggler. I was hoping for more. It was just not a very well done match. They had a very good build for it, and just kind of, boop, no good match. I feel like this is what premature ejaculation feels like. Like, it just, great build up, and then just over quickly. And didn't even feel good for me. Maybe one more match comes out of this, hopefully. So try it again, do it right. And I hope that just this one crap match does not turn out to be no more title matches for Ziggles, because he's put in so much work over the years. He is a workhorse, and he deserves it. Up next after that was Natalya and Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie versus Becky, Naomi, and Carmella. Well, they announced everyone, and Eva Marie was supposed to come out, but she's suspended. And I was excited to find out how they were going to try and incorporate that, because her gimmick already was that she would, like, there was always extenuating circumstances that stopped her from being able to show up for her debut match, including a wardrobe malfunction, traffic issues. They used it and said that she was in the Bahamas because of rude comments by fans on the internet. So, I guess so. So to take her place, Nikki Bella returned, which was good because I saw that she had been cleared to compete on the internet. And that team won, the heel team of Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Bella. And by the way, can we just have a moment of silence to appreciate Naomi's new entrance? All the colors, it's like you're on an acid trip, and I love every second of it. Up next was the debut of the Universal title. All this build-up since the last pay-per-view of how great this belt's going to be and how prestigious it's going to be, and the first ever Universal Champion, hoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And it was just the WWE title, red. And it was just a letdown again. I was unimpressed. I was hoping for a lot better than that. I mean, it was okay when they did it for the women's title, which is the same as the WWE title except white, because it's supposed to be the equivalent of the WWE title, but for women. Like, it made sense then. All it is now is they were lazy, it felt like. And I mean, and the title, Universal title, the name of it, the Universal title, is meh already. But I was hoping they could recover by having a decent belt. And they didn't. So I'm disappointed, and I'm hoping they can remedy it, or at least make it good. But back to the match itself. Finn Balor defeated Seth Rollins in what was a very, very good match. A lot of spots. For those of you that don't watch wrestling, that's like important scenes during there, like huge moments, finishers, like really good moves, all that kind of jazz. A lot of stuff like that in there. A lot of high profile action. Very exciting. And Finn Balor winning made very good sense. Because if this new era, what they're calling it, is going to work, they had to have made the new era about someone new. I mean, sure, Seth Rollins is still a little newish, but not as new as Finn Balor. Excuse me. Like, Finn Balor was just brought up. And it makes sense to put up the belt on him because it's really saying that they're invested in the new era. Which is also a me name. Up next was Rusev versus Reigns, which ended in a no contest because when Reigns was on his way down to the ring, Rusev came up from behind and attacked the shit out of him. But then Reigns, being the poster boy that they're trying to make him, got the upper hand and beat the shit out of Rusev. No one beats up Ruru. I love Ruru. Either way, though, he was beat so bad that the match was called off because he was unable to compete. So then Reigns came back down and beat the piss out of him more, which should be a bad thing, but nope. It's okay to bully people. Good job, WWE. Final match of the night was Brock Lesnar versus Orton. I love Brock Lesnar, in case you haven't gotten that from my hundreds of other times I've mentioned it. That man makes me hotter than July. Okay? I love him. So I was looking forward to this match. I was concerned, though, because when Randy Orton, this is his first match back after being injured, he had a shoulder injury. What does Brock like to do? Suplexes. Where do suplexes land typically? On the shoulder. Is this a smart idea? No. No, it is not. But they didn't get a full match in because Brock Lesnar beat the piss out of him. After Randy Orton was getting his ass beat for a while, he got in a little bit of offense, which was good, made it look believable. And then Brock Lesnar just beat the piss out of him. Just straight ground and pound, just fists and elbows and forearms. And he left a huge gash on Randy Orton's head. A real fucking gash. It required 10 staples to the head to close. And Randy Orton was bleeding all over the ring. And it was just a straight stream of blood falling from his head. So the ref stopped the match, called it, and gave Lesnar the win by TKO. Which I guess worked. I mean, it makes sense. Brock Lesnar's a fucking badass, and he can beat the hell out of anyone he wants. But it's also not a good way to end one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Because, I mean, after the Universal title match, it just, when everyone saw the title, it's like, the pay-per-view was up here already, then they saw the title, and it just went down. The match itself was great, so it was like, meh. Then Rusev and Reigns just brought it down. And then the ending for that match, which it's people like Brock and people like Randy, so it was easy to like the match, but the way it ended just kind of killed it for everyone. Just no. So I mean, it could have been more, and I don't know what happens next. So my overall review of this show would be about a 7. Not bad. It was a decent show. A lot of great wrestling. Not a lot of build-up. Some confusing finishes. Let's see where it goes from there. I've been David Ricktick of Ricktick TV. This has been Wrestle Reviews. And I'll see you next month at the next pay-per-view.